high inflation and rising costs have tipped some into crisis. An internal analysis by military chaplains said the cost of living had hit morale across the Royal Air Force last year. An anonymous quote in the report read, "The food bank is popular." A footnote then added, "Food bank use is reported across a majority of units, but nowhere is yet reporting widespread use. Single figures per unit of families utilising food banks is a working estimate." A food bank has been set up here at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire. Originally, it was intended to collect donations from aviators to give to civilians in the area. But a source told me RAF personnel are using it as well. A second report written last year by officials here said the cost of living crisis is severely affecting personnel at Coningsby, and this will ultimately be reflected at all other defence establishments. The paper said some people were having to decide whether to buy food or fuel. What would really help service personnel here at RAF Coningsby and across the UK is a decent pay rise. The military, unlike most public sector workers, aren't allowed to go on strike for better conditions. Instead, they're the ones that are called upon to fill in for others that do take industrial action. The armed forces are waiting for this year's pay rise, an announcement that has been delayed. When it comes, it will be welcomed, but it almost certainly won't be enough. The head of a group that represents RAF families said this was an opportunity for the government to show how much they value their military.
They don't expect a huge pay rise, but some sort of recognition of the cost of living crisis and them understanding that and therefore flagging to personnel that they are valued.
A spokesperson for the RAF said, "The food bank at RAF Coningsby was not set up by the RAF for its personnel, and the RAF offers a range of support, such as welfare officers who can offer financial advice and access to fuel grants and hardship funds provided by the RAF and supporting charities and associations." A senior minister said no one in the RAF, Army or Navy should have to use food banks.
I know that defence ministers will be concerned about your reports, will want to investigate and will want to do everything possible to make sure that our men and women in uniform are properly looked after.
People don't join the military to get rich, but they do leave if they're not paid enough.